Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube video for my cute spring card making class. This is for those who couldn't make it to the live Zoom call earlier today, but this still works just as well. We did miss you. Hopefully we'll see you again next time around. So let's get started here. Alright, here's a look at my desk. So a couple materials that we do need to start. You'll need a ruler, preferably not as centimeters, but I'll work around that for both measurements as much as I can. Preferably inches, but ideally a straight edge that will work. You'll need, as a suggestion, a pencil and eraser. Definitely need some scissors. Need 2 colored pencils or markers or something that is pink and black. You'll need some adhesives. I've got my Stampin' Seal. I've got some dimensionals. And that's it for additional materials that you may need. So I'm going to put these away off to the side for the moment, as I clean up my desk a tiny bit. So we're going to do the first project, which is more so the yellow card base. So I was going to pull up my materials. Alright. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do with the yellow card base. With the yellow card base, we have a blank white piece to go in the inside. We have 3 black pieces of various shapes. We have a little green happy birthday. And then we have 3, there's this side, but we're going to use the flowery pretty side here. We have these pieces. So this is the pieces that you need for this project. So we're going to get started. So first we'll do the inside, which is essentially gluing the white into the inside of the yellow with any adhesive you want to use. I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal. So that part is done. I'm going to put that to the side for the moment. We're going to grab these black pieces and these other pieces. So essentially, these are going to get glued on top of the black. That way the black forms a really nice border. Like so. So I'll be doing next. Yeah, this is beautiful paper. This was from, I believe, the Celebration for Stampin' Up! This time around for the daffodils, I think. I saw this project online and I just fell in love with it, and I'm like, I had to do it. Which I thought was very beautiful. For a very nice spring project. Alright, so then next, these are going to go on here. Sorry, I just need a moment to look at something. Because for some reason, I'm kind of questioning my settings. Bear with me one moment as I check my settings. Doing a quick sound check here. Yeah, we're good. Just I just looked at my, because I'm using a streaming software, and I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to question here. All right, so then this will go on like there. So suggestion is to lay out the pieces where they're gonna go, and then glue after. And I know I keep moving my papers on my table here, like so. That's kind of what we're going for. Hopefully straighter than I am right now. That's why it helps to lay it out ahead of time. Like so. So that's how we're going to glue these on one at a time. Now, as a suggestion, you could use dimensionals for this, but for me, I'm just going to use the regular adhesive tape runner. And also make sure your flowers are right side up as a added point to make. And then the last one here. Alright, pretty good. And then for the little happy birthday tag to put on with dimensionals. Or at least something to kind of give that 3D sticks out a little bit. And then, there we go. There's a very nice little happy birthday card for someone. So that's the first project. So for the next project, I do gotta explain a few things here. The paper I'll be showing is a little different than what I'm going to be using. So all of you will have this type of paper along with one of the strips. Now, it occurred to me, I totally mucked up. I forgot to give you all the second strip. So my project will be done on different paper, and I have these strips here if you need one to complete it to the original design that I had. Alright, so what you'll have is one of the strips, then there's this base, and then what you'll also have is these round pieces. These are from the original paper I was using. There's also these other round pieces with the scallop edges. There's this white piece with hello and butterflies on there. And then there is the white card base with a score line on the one side. So this will be the front with that score line. Okay, so first things first, we're going to glue in the essential items here. So the decorative piece, which in your case would be this, will go on there. And then that on top. So that'll get glued on like so. But also show a way of to fill in the space with that missing piece. And I will send you all that piece that you're missing because I totally goofed. The funny thing is I had it right in my notes. I cut that piece ×2 and somehow I totally missed it. I didn't even notice for the past month until during the card class earlier today. It was like, oh no, I missed that piece. Alright, so then the hello portion goes here. Alright, and then we're going to give this a fold. I'm just going to grab my bone folder to kind of finish that fold. So for the piece that you do have for that strip, I would suggest put it here, because the other one is supposed to go here, but we'll get to that. Alright, so we're coming along pretty good here. Still a cute card, even though I kind of mucked up the colors. And I'm totally out of that paper too, other than what my scraps are left over. Just having a cup of tea. Okay, next. Yeah, grab a pencil and a ruler. And what you gotta do is we'll do it on this side. Along this side of the card base. This is about 5 inches. I'm just going to double check my measuring because I totally wasn't sure earlier. So half of that, for 2.5 inches, you got to put a little mark so you know where it is. So I'm just going to do that on the edge of the table right here. So I just made a little pencil mark right there. I don't know if you can see it. Really, really tiny. Okay. Because I did that because my ruler is not in inches. Now, for the equivalent, for the exact same measurements, if you want exact, it'll be like 6 centimeters, 6.35 centimeters if you're looking for the exact. I find inches a little easier to work with. So, because of that, what we're going to do is we're going to connect the line from here to there. And the same as up there. And this will serve as a cutting line. So it doesn't have to be a deep pencil line or anything. And the same on this side. Okay. So now we have this line. Let me show you. This is our cutting line. So then take the scissors. And why I mentioned eraser was, in case there's still a line left over, you can erase it. Or if you're really with it, you can cut along that line just enough that that line has disappeared once you're done. That way, I don't even see the pencil marks anymore. Do the same over here. There. So we've got that. Alright, so we got this nice little fold piece. So then next is, we're going to take these pieces here. And we're going to glue these on top. Like so. So there's my adhesive. Alright, just gonna take another sip of tea because I'm really thirsty. So next is, we're gonna take these pieces. The first one, I would suggest, like there. So just enough that's at the top, and it's pretty close to that score line. We're just gonna glue it on there. And it doesn't matter which of these two oval shapes, just whichever one you like, or whichever. So I'm just going to do that one. Like, me personally, I want to put this one on the other side. So once that's glued, I'm going to flip it over. And then this one's going to go off in like a little skew. Like so. That's why I like, out of the two, I would say this side would have the prettier one. If there's any difference of opinion. So then I'm just gonna do that. There we go. So that's so far come along quite nicely. So then next, we're going to take our 2 colored pencils. So all I have here, I just have like a regular pink and a black. No specific other colors, just whichever you want to use. I'm going to grab my sharpener and actually even a bit of a sharpen. Just something pink and something black. It could be markers, crayons, pens, just whichever you want to use. Because I was using these a little bit earlier. Alright. And then you may need a pencil at some point too, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I'm just going to open it up here for ease of here. So whatever you do on the one side, we're going to be doing on the other side, okay? So on whichever side you want to start with, we're going to put a line like so. And if you haven't figured out what we're doing yet, think of it as a nose is what we're doing. And then after I put that line, I'm going to color in with this pink. Like so. So there is a nose. Then we're going to do the same on this side. So relatively, whatever you do on the one side, keep it pretty much the same as possible if you can. It can be a little different, but try to match it up nicely. Alright, so then, this pencil's actually broken on me. I'll have to sharpen up in a bit. Alright. And then next, I would suggest with a pencil, we're going to do the eye. So so think of it as over here, like an oval shape. I suggest pencil first. That way, if you want to take some time to draw it and figure out your positioning, that would be good. So we got one oval. And then inside that oval, in the top right corner, you want to put a little tiny circle, like so. That way, that serves as the little shine in the critter's eye. And then whatever you do on the other side, same kind of thing. Draw the oval. And on this side, it'll be the top left corner that gets that little shine glint, like so. And as a suggestion when you're drawing, keep it opened up. That way, if you have it folded, you might accidentally get onto the surface of the card. So then take your black pencil, once you're happy with your eye, and color in the main portion, but leave that little tiny circle white. You can always add more than one little tiny circle. I just decided to do one on each side. So there's one. And back to this side again. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect on each side, but as long as it's relatively in the same position. So trying to be mostly symmetrical. And actually that little glint is a little lower than I intended, but that's okay. So there we go. So once you have your nose and your eyes, and then I just gotta sharpen my black pencil again. We're gonna do the whiskers. So 3 on each side. And this is where nothing fancy, just where the nose is, just more or less line, line, line. There's our whiskers. And the same on this side. So line, line, line. There we go. So there is the majority of the project. Now the downside is, what happened when I was prepping this, I totally forgot to give you a panel for this side, which are these, and I will send these out to you because I realized I didn't make them at the time. You know, my instructions clearly said ×2. So what we can do is, and this is something I encountered in my class earlier today, is, as an example, you can draw something, you can write something. I'm just going to do the same kind of thing as this earlier, where I took the 2 pencils and just make some spirals just to kind of fill it in. You can do anything you want in this space, or you can wait for the little piece to show up here, which I will be sending these out this week. Sorry about that. I do apologize. Usually I'm pretty good with the instructions, but sometimes something just doesn't click. So this time around, and of course my pencil broke, I'm gonna give it a quick sharpen and get it back up to a point. Just bear with me one moment. But I hope you do like this project. If you like this paper, I still have a little bit left over actually. Not a lot, but some. Because as I was making the YouTube video, I thought, I'll swap out the paper for this version. That way, make it a little different. I like it. And this design, I just kind of came up with one day because I was in the mood to do a Z fold, which is what this is. And then I thought, I want to make a critter out of it. So it kind of became this. Of course, my pencil is not cooperating. These brands of pencils I selected are not the best. I use them for more general projects. Okay, so I think I'm done sharpening finally. Helps to have a good sharpener. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did earlier. Is just to kind of draw in some focal points so it doesn't look completely scattered. So I'm just going to make a spiral swirl of some sort. Nothing fancy. But that way I can show you a way to complete it, or you can write something in there, you can draw whatever you want, you could stamp whatever you want in here. And it happens that things get forgotten. But then we get the visual for what we're doing. So I just felt this white space was too white for my legs. And I'm just going to do one more. I also thought about I could draw a plant or a flower, but I thought, I don't know how everyone's drawing skills are, so another idea could be stickers, actually. There we go. So there is the project. So yours will be this type of paper, which is really, really pretty, which is the same for the background, the ears, the tab, which I'll have more of, and yeah. So there we go. There is Cute Spring. 2 variations of Cute Spring, because I had decided to swap out the colors a little bit, and then the Happy Birthday card. So there we go. So this animal, in case there's a guessing game of what is it, the original idea was to be a bunny rabbit. However, when I first did up the original one, which is way over here, my original one, I looked at it and I thought, I don't know, almost looks like a mouse or something, but still, I call it really cute. I think it's adorable. So there we have it. Well, thanks for watching, and hopefully you don't have too many issues putting this together. Any questions, please let me know, and I'm here to help you, and I'll get those pieces mailed out to you. And I hope you have a great week, and my next class I have setting up for May 29th. It's a Star Wars themed, because I really love Star Wars, so I just feel like doing one. And hopefully you can come out for it. If not, it is all good. It's something that I just feel like doing for my own personal interest, because I'm a fan of Star Wars. Alright, and then, yeah, we'll take care and have fun. Bye for now.